It is spreading like a disease. Methamphetamine claims more lives each and every day, both as slaves to addiction and casualties of the violence the drug creates.
Q2's Asia Gore told us Monday how popular officials are struggling to keep up with the abundance of meth. Today she shows us the lethal cost.
I was up, pacing around in my kitchen. I just had a bad feeling. I really did.
What did you feel?
That he was dead. That's what I felt. I did. I felt it. Like I said, I've seen so much death. I don't know. Just so much young people dying. But he never wanted to leave. He just loved it here. I was so worried he was going to end up like this, and it did.
Duran Jackson took his final breath here. In July, he was stabbed to death. Jackson was 19. Just this year, 4 other young lives ended too soon at the hands of someone else.
Deaths of members that it shouldn't happen at this early of an age. One of the manslaughter case I'm talking to you about this year was a 21-year-old kid who just happened to be my nephew. So, it hits home, and yeah, a lot of the stuff that happens here, the individuals are too young.
Trottier says methamphetamine and alcohol fueled each one of these crimes. The substances also ended lives directly.
I'm hoping that this is just an odd year or a freak year, but could be the start of something to come,
If history is any indication, this trend should raise concern. As substance abuse increasingly plagues this small community, violent crimes begin to touch even the most innocent victims.
Of course, this abduction that we've had recently with a 4-year-old girl. That was really surprising, really shocking, and that kind of, that got to us. The criminal investigators, law enforcement officers, the deputies, even a lot of members of the community. It was gut-wrenching, and it made everybody step back and think. I've never seen one particular case affect so many people like that one did.
She survives as a victim of sexual abuse, but 1-year-old Kensley Olson's life was ended.
To us in law enforcement, we all have kids, and when you get that kind of traumatic in our communities, it hits home hard to us. That night when I went home, first thing I did was hug my kids.
Children of all ages lost to violence, consumed by addiction.
You're either going to end up in prison or dead, or you might be the lucky one and go off to college or the service.
Jackson was enrolled with the Army National Guard when he died. He may not have been lucky, but Frederick says Jackson was one of the good ones.
It's a little too close to me.
The death, the loss, inches closer and closer, touching every single life here in some way. Last year, the average age of death was 60. The county's 24 cemeteries are full. This community knows something has to change, but with each new day and life that passes, hope fades away.
And Asia joins us now live in studio. Asia, what is the answer to this?
Well, Jane, Janelle, there's no easy solution to this, but one of the biggest things I heard over and over again is that this county is forgotten about. Local officials, they know about this meth problem, but they need the help of state and federal authorities as well. Now that this story has aired, we do hope to hear from state legislators about the treatment, prevention, and even punishment, and of course, the funding that goes with those elements.
Asia, thank you so much. Good job with those stories.
Thank you.
Difficult subject.